It has been about a week since Control Group was released, and now that I've had time to unlock and test everything, it seems like a good time for my first Warbond review. I'll be going page by page, discussing the various unlocks and showing off how they work. To be clear, this is only about content that is in the Control Group Warbond itself. I'm not discussing anything that was added to the Superstore. Starting off on page 1, we have the AD-26 Bleeding Edge armor set. This is the new medium armor set for this Warbond, and it's your first chance to get your hands on the new armor passive, Adreno Defibrillator. This passive allows you to resurrect yourself once if your character isn't dismembered. You will come back to life, constantly draining health, your vision will be colorless, and the audio will sound very distorted. You will also be unable to sprint. You're effectively a Helldiver zombie when this perk is triggered, but it's good for dropping a stratagem at the last minute, like an orbital strike or a minefield, and it lets you have one big last stand where you can take out some enemies and bring them to the grave with you. This passive also gives you a 2-second boost to stim healing, and gives you 50% arc damage resistance, so it's pretty good against the Illuminate. Next up on page 1 is the VG-70 variable. This is a really unique weapon, and it's very strong if you can use it correctly. It is a 7-barreled volley gun with 7 rounds per barrel, and it deals 85 damage per round with light armor penetration. It has 3 different firing modes. Auto mode is a standard full auto rifle with adjustable fire rate. Volley mode fires every round in a single barrel, dealing great damage in an instant. And then there's total mode, which fires every single round in every single barrel immediately. This deals over 4,000 damage, but it will ragdoll you if you fire more than 22 rounds with this mode, so make sure that you use it with caution. There is limited customization available for the variable. You can change the sights and the patterns, but nothing else. Overall, the variable is an incredible option for light penetration. If you can reliably hit the enemy weak points, then you're gonna love this weapon. Page 1 also has the Plaz 45 Epoch. The Epoch is the first plasma-based support weapon, but it shares some traits with other support weapons that we're already familiar with. It needs to charge before firing, like the railgun or the quasar cannon. It also has the same display as the railgun, showing your charge on the back and below the sight. It deals 400 damage with heavy armor penetration if you fire it right when it charges. You can keep charging it to increase the damage to 800 and give it anti-tank penetration, but be careful. This is when the weapon becomes dangerous, and, like the railgun, if you hold the trigger for too long, the Epoch will explode and will most likely kill you. The Epoch is great against heavy enemies. It definitely fits in with the other support weapons. You just have to be careful with it. If you have really good timing, then this is going to be a very effective weapon against pretty much anything in the game. And finally, for page 1, there is the Conductor of Brilliance card and cape. This is a neat design that fits well with the themes of the Warbond. It is clearly inspired by conductors and circuit boards, so it's pretty cool if you ask me. We're going to start off page 2 with the AD-49 Apollonian. The Apollonian is the heavy armor for this Warbond, so it's pretty self-explanatory, since I already explained the armor passive. So if you want a heavy version of that armor set, then there you go. Page 2 also comes with a stratagem, the A-Laz-98 Laser Sentry. This entire Warbond is very unique, and the Laser Sentry is definitely the most unique out of all the standard sentries. It does exactly what you would expect. It's just a giant version of the Laz 5 scythe. Like the rest of the laser weapons, it doesn't have a standard ammo pool, but it will fire until it overheats and explodes. So if it has to fight off a giant wave of enemies, you should expect it to explode at some point. But if it's defending an area against a slow trickle of enemies, it excels. It swiftly kills them and you don't need to worry about it running out of ammo at some point. The uptime is great too. It feels like it lasts for a long time, so it's perfect for long-term defense against pretty much any kind of enemies. Just don't let it get overwhelmed, or it will overheat and blow up. And finally, for page 2, there is the Over Artifice Triumphant card and cape. This design is very similar to the Conductor of Brilliance design from page 1, inspired by circuits and circuit boards. This is just another cool design, and very fitting with the Warbond. Now for the last page, page 3, and we're going to start off with the G31 Arc. This is a pretty great grenade. It's obviously an arc grenade, meaning it's great for crowd control. It functions like every other arc weapon. It will shock an enemy, and that will chain to other enemies around it. It stuns enemies and can stagger them too, all while dealing some decent damage and penetrating heavy armor. There is a problem with it though. It doesn't have enough demolition force to destroy enemy buildings. This isn't a surprise, but this means it's only good against the enemies themselves. Make sure that you're bringing something else with destruction force if you bring this along with you. Next up, we have the Lift 182 Warp Pack. This is my favorite part of the Warbond. It's such an awesome idea, a backpack that lets you teleport short distances and even telefrag enemies and pass through walls. This makes it incredible for farming super credits, since the Warp Pack lets you warp through bunker doors, loot anything inside, and warp back out again, all without needing another player. Being able to do this by yourself is a huge bonus. Even during normal missions, you'll be able to go and take out bunkers by yourself instead of needing to interrupt the mission and get your allies to come help you. The Warp Pack itself is very experimental and unstable. You can't spam it unless you're looking for trouble. You can see the stability down in the bottom left. If you empty that bar, the Warp Pack will implode, destroying itself and killing you in the process. You can get away with using it twice in a row, however this will damage you and sometimes break your limbs. It is recommended to only warp when it's fully stable, but you can use it twice in a row if you're in a pinch. Overall, this is a great backpack. It's very unique, it's very useful, and I could see this being a popular option for movement, like the Jump Pack or the Hover Pack. Page 3 also has the Protect Eardrums emote. This is a fun little emote, but I can't see myself taking it over the other emotes I have equipped right now. What we really need is a bigger emote wheel. 4 is definitely not enough. If we have 8 slots for emotes, that would be much better. And finally, we have the title of Exemplary Subject. It's a cute little addition, and it fits with the Warbond. And now let's ask the question, how good is this Warbond? In my opinion, this is one of the best Warbonds in recent memory. It's definitely my favorite Warbond of the year. It has a unique aesthetic and even more unique gear. The armor passive, the variable, and the warp pack are all one of a kind. These are truly unique items. Everything in this Warbond is useful, and even though I love Masters of Ceremony and Force of Law for their style, not everything in those Warbonds is actually useful, but Control Group is packed to the brim with items that are not only stylish and unique, but are also very useful. This Warbond opens up new possibilities like the Warp Pack's ability to go through bunker doors. That's something that could never have been done before. So I give Control Group 2 thumbs way up, and I hope that future Warbonds will be just as individual and impactful as this one. But what do you think about Control Group? Is this a good Warbond? Is it worth buying over some others? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know if I should start reviewing older Warbonds too. We are getting a bunch of new players soon, so I think it's a pretty good idea. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed watching, and subscribe for more videos on Helldivers too. And that's all I have for today, so this is the SES Prophet of Dawn signing off.